Generally, in those worlds, spirituality is presented to us as something meant to help us face our problems. That's what they've said. All religions and even the so-called philosophies are external. They only talk about it separately. But somehow that has created a bit of confusion for us. Did they talk about the inner self or did they talk about the external? It was as if they were saying it in a way that made it unclear. They ended up doing something that demarcated both what is inner, what is outer, so much so that it became impossible to separate and see them distinctly. Everyone has done something according to what they understood. That's why now our concept is that we clearly separate and explain what is inner and what is outer. What you should do internally and what you should do externally. There is nothing you need to do internally. Externally, you have to do all the tasks. This is how we separate and explain it. So, when you read other books or other philosophies, sometimes it might feel like they clash with our concept at certain points. So, let's try to absorb this in an even better way. It's enough if we just understand how to distinguish between what is internal and what is external. In one situation, we don't have to do anything. In another situation, we need to do some work. We need to understand and distinguish this clearly. Now, let's say we're talking about swimming. If we talk about swimming, how would we explain it? The water is flowing, and as you swim, you have to make sure you don't get swept away or drown. You have to control yourself, protect yourself, and immerse yourself in it. When you explain this, how do we visualize it? Now, imagine water flowing, and in the middle of the river, there is a huge rock that's not moving. No matter how fast the river flows or how forcefully it rushes by, there is always that one rock in the middle of the flowing water, standing there every day, unmoving and steady, without swaying or shifting at all. Immediately, we start to imagine just like that rock, shouldn't we also be in a solid, steady state, unaffected by the flow of water? It's as if we should be in a firm, unshakable state like the rock. So, when we think about swimming, what do we imagine? We imagine that rock. For what kind of movement?